X-Spin wordt eraf gebeukt. Appel naar de regie.
Op de mediums eerst of eerst op de softs?
Jongen, weet ik veel!
Had alleen James commentaar geven.
Geen idee, joh. Ja, maar het is live. Wacht op FRL live. Volgens mij is er voor niks een F3 wamping. Oh. First in de chat, wat ziek.
Nou, het kan later zijn hoor, of eerder.
Serieus, join even van iedereen.
Good evening everyone and welcome along to FRL F3. We are here tonight for pre-season testing and of course it is for the Spanish Grand Prix. It is of course season 6 of F3 as well. Around the circuit of Barcelona, Catalonia. You might not know me if you've ever watched any of my streams on FRL F3 before. My name is James Head, traditionally F1 commentator, going to be taking you through the stream here tonight as always. Bullboy57 will be joining me in just a short time, and hopefully he'll be joining on time just before 7 o'clock. And I know he's normally late in terms of updating his game, so it might be the case where you have to introduce him in. He has literally just joined the lobby, which is not too bad. He should be, hopefully, going to be joining me in the country books very soon indeed. And here tonight, and also a number of drivers that are very familiar to me, my former days, of course, here commentating in FRL. But first, of course, let me run you through the Season 6 lineup that we have for F3 this season. I'm going to run through the 20 drivers, plus the reserves, and of course, try and pick out who was going to be reserving here tonight in pre-season testing. So, Scar, Demonette, Alpha King, Ruben, Sadio Mano, Tom, SVD Rattler, JB, Mate Boy, and Little Brookie in the first 10, followed by Jesse, Arise, VIP GCA Gamer, Ivo Ajax, TBA,
Ivo Ajax,
Casadine, Nilzano, Didis Loop, and Michelle Van Dongen. They're the 20 full-time drivers coming into tonight, and we've got the reserves as well, being Imposter, FRL Oliver, Sen, Don Messi, Yuri, Scuba Steve, who I think is a very interesting bag, possibly, if he gets a full-time seat for many race victories here in FRL F3, Frankie Monty, and Traffic Alley Clubs, and it's going to be fantastic. I think the action, a mix of new names, obviously coming up from F4 last season, obviously coming up to F3 for this season, should be a fantastic race here in FRL F3. Of course, more action is to come. Of course, FRL F4 should be getting live very soon indeed. Avanenko and Pout's going to be taking through that one, of course. But if you're here for F3 early, welcome along. Of course, we're here at the Spanish Grand Prix circuit, the Circuit de Catalunya, and it is 4.6 kilometres and then 2.8 miles, with 16 turns awaiting the drivers out on track for 2 DRS zones, 1 down the start finish straight, 1 down and towards turn number 10 as well. Of course, it is a re-laid out circuit in real life compared to what it is, of course, in the game. We've still got the chicane, of course, coming through 14 and 15, which can catch few drivers out in terms of invalidations, and should be quite good, of course, to see if there is going to be any safety cars or VSCs. Not tonight, however, because of being pre-season testing, I've been instructed to put it to safety cars off, and therefore there'll be no safety cars, unfortunately. So we expect the safety car and just...
Ik vind het wel goed dat er geen safety car is.
Klopt.
Don't expect one, certainly.
Kijk, het enige wat kut is als spin je, ja, dan ben je klaar. Maar,
Saying very shortly, I'm just gonna
maar
join
dat gaat er niet om, het gaat meer ook een beetje om je pace.
into the Discord server just to make sure that everyone is
Mijn pace, shit.
indeed live. We should be getting going, as I say, 7 o'clock dead on. We should be getting going. Equal Spain not in the actual calendar this season. I will take you through the calendar.
Wie missen we nou nog?
Bahrain, of course,
Geen idee.
World Championship will happen next week. Of course, I'm not commentating FRL F3 next week. It is going to be Ballboy and Charlie going to be taking for that, of course. I'm just here because nobody else can actually make it. So that's why I'm obviously leading the commentary. Ballboy, as I say, will be joining me very soon indeed. Bahrain, though. First round of the championship, 1st of March, so next week, next Monday, I should say, is going to be the start date, of course, for that, on the 28th of February, I should say. I'm looking at the wrong calendar. Saudi Arabia on the 7th of March in Jeddah. I think that'll be a great race for F3. Emilia-Romagna, 14th of March, then it's Azerbaijan on the 21st of March. Austria on the 28th of March, then it's Hungary on the 4th of April, France round 7 on the 11th of April, and then Britain, our so of course 18th of April, round number 8, before we go into the first break week of the season, the only break week of course of the season. Belgium coming after the break in round 9, that's on the 2nd of May. Singapore on the 9th of May, Russia on the 16th of May, Monza along sprint qualifying of course 23rd of May, Abu Dhabi on the 30th of May, USA on the 6th of June, Mexico on the 13th of June, and Brazil on the 20th of June. So that should lead us up towards the end of the game cycle. Hopefully, as I say, it's going to be fantastic action, of course, out on track. And I think I've got my co-commentator alongside me. Good evening, Ballboy.
Yes, hello, Malcolm. I would have joined earlier if there wasn't an F1 update today, so apologies about that.
Kunnen we niet gewoon ready?
Ik ben gewoon ready.
Like the good old days at FRL with me and you together, of course. Looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, quite nostalgic. It's been a very long time. But yeah, only for this one race, and it's only pre-season. But yeah, it's good to look forward to the new season, as always in FRL.
Yeah, definitely. So I was running through the grid lineup that we've got, of course, here. It is pre-season, remember, and safety car, of course, is off. So we've got 18 drivers here tonight. It is going to be quite an interesting race. Who for you, Lol, looking at FRL F3 this season, stands out for you as being the name that could really take forward in terms of the championship?
I haven't really been looking at the tier lists, but looking at the grid today, I'd say Sadio Mane was quite rapid last season, because I was in F3 of course last season, so I know some, if not most of the drivers here today, for this season. Cassidy's good, JB's can be good on his day as well. Nice to see that Brookie's back as well, actually, I've just noticed. And some F4 drivers moving up as well to F3, so yeah, it should be very interesting.
Yeah, it should be very interesting indeed. Looking at some of the comments that are coming through on the stream as well. JB saying, like the good old days, of course. And XZ saying, this is mental. All drivers returning tonight, and the OG commentators. Unfortunately, as Ballboy has said, it is only for one night. It is going to be Ballboy and Charlie taking through the streams, of course, on the Monday night, 7 PM UK time. But we should be getting going very soon indeed. I'm seeing quite a few complaints, by the way, about safety car being off in the Discord. Safety car is off. It is purely pre-season. Safety car will be back on, of course, next week, along with dynamic weather. Those are the two things that have changed. But drivers seem to be complaining about the safety car being off. I mean, you can't have it every way, to be honest.
I'd have to say though that I'd rather have it on, but I understand it's just pre-season. So yeah, I guess like admins and that want to see people's true pace and not have that being disrupted by safety cars for this one race.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, Charlie as well saying there's no need for no safety car. We've done this last season, we had no problems at all. And I think, honestly, in terms of that, obviously, I was only given the specific instructions by Bunty, by Jensen, by everyone behind, saying about the safety car, and it looks like people do want the safety car on. I'm not sure if this is going to happen in F4 as well. Try and update you, of course, on that. Alicia, by the way, in the comment section saying James is the best FRL commentator. Thank you very much. No sufferance, of course, to Mr. Ballboy, who's alongside me in the commentary box, the good OG, of course, of FRL. He's actually been here, I think, every season in terms of commentary in FRL. I haven't. I took a bit of a hiatus, so yeah, you should be really directing that comment towards him, not me.
Yeah, triple world champion as well, on the track as well, so, just to note. But yeah, honestly though, I guess we can start if, I know people don't like there not being a safety car. I'd have it on, but if that's the rules, then we'll just go with it, so.
Yeah, I think we're waiting on Oliver to join. That is one of the drivers we are joining. Apparently he is stuck at the bus station, which is typical. Obviously we've been having storms and everything over here in the UK, so I can totally understand that. And Scuba Steve, I believe, is going to be joining very soon. Don Messi is also in, and we're just waiting for one driver to join, and I believe that'll be Scuba Steve.
Bro, die Don Messi, die...
And he, for me, I think
Even serieus, die jongens.
Don Messi, die mag niks meedoen vandaag.
Scuba Steve is
Hoezo?
such a quick
Staat er niet
driver.
bij.
He'd probably have everyone for chips, to be honest, out on track. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be racing so far here tonight, but still, he's only reserved,
Imposter
and
Yuri.
it means that majority of the new guys get a chance to show
Monte,
what
Traffic,
they're
Alligator en Sen.
season.
Dat zijn de enige die mogen meedoen vandaag van de reserves.
Jongen, wees blij dat we gewoon lekker met goed lobby zijn of zo. Ja, op één iemand na.
Yeah, looks like we are starting. I'm having a look at the Discord as well. Hopefully, good luck to all of the drivers, of course, that is going to be having, that are going to be competing, of course, out on track. I'm looking through some of the other comments as well. Jensen, coming in with a right roll comment here. James Jameson, my name Jensen, you should know that by now. And Michael Marola, I think that is your name. Back together again in the FRL Construct. Yeah, it is a bit nice, I've got to say. Bit weird, but it's a bit nice. And of course we go to Spain, the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. 16 turns awaiting these drivers out on track. And Boy, you're obviously familiar with this track. How is it to drive? Obviously, the changes are being made in real life. The old circuit, though, still, I think, a very good track to drive.
Yeah, I just remember because we got a shot there of the final couple corners.
Daar mist hij, klik eens door, man.
Yeah, Co-Masters once again.
Mag hij joinen en dan klikt hij niet.
Done anything to this track they haven't done Abu Dhabi as well, haven't they? So, despite the update today, which I don't even know why there was an update. Was that just for performance or?
I was looking through the patch notes, to be honest, earlier on, and there was the rejoining and qualifying glitch, where obviously it glitches the timings and everything. I think that's been fixed. Otherwise, it's just a whole single player game, to be honest, and I wish really Coldmasters focused on the actual fans and the actual content, and I can probably say this on our stream here in FRL. It's a little bit of a joke, obviously, releasing a patch update. I knew there was one coming, but to fix one or two things online, not really great when you've still got multiple bugs, especially on other tracks.
Yeah, co-masters will always be co-masters, so they're always going to underperform.
Reis door, man.
Well, unless you got a working game so far today, you know, like, well, so far anything can happen, but, yeah, this
Echt, die imposters, inderdaad een debiel.
John is going out of this out on track, and Mercedes has had to literally cut Jesse as the first man out on track, and they're treating it almost like a race coming out the pit lane. Tony O'Mara was actually second coming out the pit lane, and Imposter was going so slow, he ghosted inside of him, and Tony O'Mara now the first man out on track, and he's a very familiar name, of course, to me and you. FRL F3 driver in the past. How do you think he's going to get on the X9 pre-season?
Yeah, of course, he was known as Tennis Foul.
Yep.
In F3, so yeah, no, he's a good driver, but I think especially towards the end of last season, maybe a bit too inconsistent to fight for the championship, and he got too many penalties and race bans and stuff. So yeah, if he can keep it together, then he can definitely challenge. In fact, it might.
Gaat deze kerel nog afstand nemen of wat?
You know, it's a possibility for him.
Yeah, I think to be honest, he is up towards the top end of the field, I think, when it comes to pace around here. And in Spain, obviously the curves are going to be quite potent. Coming through 14 and 15, this is normally the invalidation point, really, where drivers actually invalidate their lap times. However, we'll run alongside Romano on the run towards the line. You've got to reach in excess of 200 mile an hour on the run down and towards turn number 1. And of course, this is the right hand of turn number 1, and they have negotiated, I think they've changed this turn 1 and 2 slightly. Real life, as we come through now, turn 1, then to the left hand turn 2, and he catches the curve on the inside, and that is not the way you want to be starting pre-season testing with the spin.
Yeah, but it's only pre-season, so it's better to have it now than round one, I suppose. And off he goes again to try and do another lap or go back into the pits and change tyres.
Yeah, he will probably overheat to the front tyres, especially the rears as well, obviously catching that spin. Jesse is now the first one out on track. He is in the Mercedes, of course. Should be expecting lap times to be, well, I normally commentate on quick guys around here. Right at 1:15, I would normally say, but these guys probably going to be aiming 1:16 mark. Obviously, if the lap time is obviously going to set to that. 51.4 to the middle sector with Jesse. Currently purple in the middle sector so far. He has got Imposter behind him, I think on a set of medium compound tyres as well. So Jesse now coming to the right-hander at turn 12. And he's really just trying to negotiate his lines, just coming through that turn 12 and towards turn 13. You can tell he is pretty much like me, I think, around here, just trying to take every single corner as it comes. And Jesse now around the final corner. Probably not going to be the quickest lap of the session by an absolute mile, but Jesse, at least he's going to get a lap time on board. 19.7, and I mean Imposter, of course, nearly 2 seconds quicker than him on a set of mediums.
Yeah, massive difference there, and he was struggling a lot, so whether that's set up or whatever, but his teammate goes top for the moment anyway. Yuri, 1:16.7.
Yeah, not bad.
There's a Ruben.
Yeah, go on.
With a 1:17, so yeah, the times are tumbling.
Now the tank is empty.
Yeah, I mean, VIP in the Alpha Tower has just gone second as well, 1:17.1. And that on the sort of mediums is not about lap time at all. He'll be aiming to go maybe 1:15s, I think, when he comes into a set of soft compound tyres. Don Messi just goes into third there as well, 17.6. I think Demonek is on the lap coming through the first sector. Little Brookie as well. He nearly loses it coming through turn 9 and actually going through the wall here. And Little Brookie, luckily, damage is on standard. Luckily, I think he just negotiated the wall quite nicely there with the rear tyre. But Little Brookie has done for spin coming out of turn 9, and that is something that I don't like to see. Little Brookie spinning, normally he's quite on the pace around here. Little Brookie will be hoping just to do that later on.
Yeah, of course, one-time race winner in his FRL career in China, and he's always fun again.
Yeah, he's just overheated the rears, hasn't he? And that's why he's spinning constantly. And of course, the grass is not going to help by going on there. He's coming onto the racing line there slightly as well. But gets out of the way of everyone, and that's good sportsmanship. Obviously, doesn't want to impede anybody else on their lap times. Either Yax, I think, is on a lap coming through 10, 14, and 15. He's looking to go around. Little Brookie's spot again coming through the chicane of 14 and 15. Either Yax, though, on the run towards the line. He's got a little fourth. Not a bad lap there at all from the Alfa Romeo. 17.4. Yuriad on top though, Sadio Mano second. VIP GTA gamer in third. Jesse also saying, reasonably slow at his first race without assist apart from automatic vehicles. Do you know what? I totally commend anybody that does that in FRL F3. Fantastic, and it will come to show a natural progression as we go through the season as well.
Yeah, no, it's just walking faster. If you practice a lot and get used to using no assist, of course. But yeah, that's good to see, and all the best.
Oh yeah.
Regardless, it's really difficult. The first time, especially getting used to changing gears and using no traction and things like that, is very, very difficult to start off with.
Even aan de muur.
Wat? Sta er geen tering van.
TVA in de muur.
Okay.
On the right-hand side curb, so Frankie Monti, the Italian, down in 14th position. Capigale Goals is just running one there. He's also invalidated coming through turn 3. I'm trying to pick on board actually where TV's actually spun out and seems to second on that. Coming through turn 12 as well, and then McLeod, he's 9th at the minute, 118.2. Cassidy though, coming through the final corner. I think TBA football.
De fuck sta ik nog eerste?
I think he probably spun it on the inside curve and then into the ball, which is not the best thing. He's going to be starting right from the back field. Cassidy goes fifth with a 17.4.
Yeah, a lot of people making mistakes, and just looking at everybody's on board, they're like every car seems to be sliding around like crazy. And I remember in the race last season, when I was driving, it was like driving on ice at points. It was quite unbelievable. So. Yeah, that's going to be quite a challenge to the seats around Spain.
Yeah, I think. Again. Yeah, hopefully rain in Spain doesn't fall mainly on the plane as we go into we can't because it's all clear weather. So I've just literally done with that. It is three-weather, yeah. Yuri on top, Sonny Romano second, Ivo Ajax in third. I think we're third of the way through qualifying.
Mijn lap kan nog veel beter hoor, trouwens.
Jesse just coming out a quick lane off to the right-hand side. But Yuri on top, Sonny Romano second. Ivo Ajax, though, thought he was on lap, but he isn't. Looks like he's going to possibly be coming back into pit lane. But 10 minutes to go, plenty of time to find improvement.
Yeah, of course, and of course it's Mercedes, it's Yuri on top at the moment, but of course other people, as we've seen, have made quite a few mistakes, so that is definitely going to change as we get to the end of qualifying. But yeah, still around 10 minutes to go, so anything can happen there.
TBA football apparently saying in Discord, apparently somebody put the track in front of him and put him into pitbull. Which is not great at all. Obviously, safety car is off and damage is on standard, so it should give really like a 5-second penalty, I think, in terms of the timing, in terms of if there's been any collision. But obviously, that is why he is at the session. Unfortunate from the Alfa Romeo. Ruben, by the way, is on lap. Belgian on the run towards turn number 10, 50.6 through the middle sector. He's 3/10 up in that middle sector, so going around Cassidy.
Nee, ik was in de pits, dus ik kan niet geweest zijn.
Position as actually traffic had a got down 4 lap old softs. Never have I seen somebody go fit on 4 lap old softs before. 17.4 from him. Now Ruben coming through 10, 14 and 15. And once you get these corners right, they are absolutely perfect. And Ruben proving that. I think he's going to go top here. Ruben towards the line. Does go second, in fact. So good improvement in that final sector. And Ruben up there behind you.
Yeah, that's extremely close there. From Ruben, and he'll get another attempt later on to try and improve too. But yeah, so the cars people have chosen today are those that they're going to choose for the season, or is this just like pick any car today?
No, pick and choose your own car, I think it is today, and obviously I think during the week, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be choosing the cars. It's going to be the same cars for all 4 divisions. Yuri, by the way, is improving in this final sector. He's going to do 15 now, move to a new Holland corner at turn 16, and Yuri on the run towards the line. I think he will barely improve until the line. In fact, he finds a good improvement, nearly 3:10, 16.4, and that's more likely than sort of I couldn't even get my words out. I can't even get my words out again. In terms of the lap time that we're seeing, 16.4, not a bad lap ball.
Yeah, it's good to put some distance on your rivals, and yeah, getting 4 tenths, that will do for now. But I have a feeling that others could potentially improve and get closer to like a 1:16, 3, 2, 1 or 0, but yeah, I don't know if we'll get into the 1:15s though. It might be a touch and go with that one.
GTA Gamer just nearly got collected there by Sen, and actually GTA Gamer just loses it coming out of turn 12, through turn 12 now, but Sen pretty much just, he was off to the left-hand side of the track.
Spin him. Nee!
Coming through turn 11, so that's disappointing. The imposter now right down the back of the field.
18-7 vind ik niet eens zo super slecht.
And unfortunately for him, he has to go around a full
Ik heb hem gespind in de muur. Oh.
Ja,
1/10 op mijn tijd. Oh, wat een rol. Ja.
En dan zeg jij dat ik zou gaan crashen.
Shit.
Karma.
Dit is dikke karma.
I don't know if it was him.
Let's have a
I think it was him. I think it was him anyway.
He was up towards the top end of the field, I know that. Coming into the final races. I mean, I commentate on F1, so I don't even know, to be honest. But I'm trying to have a look and see if we have got the results from last season. In fact, we do, I think. And that doesn't help because it's the season 14 standing. So thank you, Jensen, for that.
Sorry. Well, I'm sure he won anyway because he was like, yeah, his pace was incredible in most of the races in F4, so he should have wrapped it up.
Yeah, but we should have the old standings somewhere. I can't find the old standings. I'm sure
Ik ben echt dom.
I cannot find the actual standings, which is very, very strange indeed. What's that? FRL F3. Hang on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Yuri Allen top, 2/3 of qualifying gone. He is 4/10 clear of Ruben, and that is a big gap around here in Spain.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it's really close. That would be a great way actually for pre-season to you know, start of the season if everybody's like within a few tenths of each other, which they are sort of. Like the midfield looks quite close, and even the battle for the wooden spoon seems extremely close there. Well, not really now because people improve, but yeah, as we have just under 5 minutes to go, but I guess your time is slightly different because I think the host and stuff, yeah, the timing's just all over the place with this game, but yeah, there's 4.5 minutes left.
4.5 minutes, yeah, I'm on about 5 minutes to go. I think mine's maybe more of an accurate representation, to be honest, but we'll see as we get towards the end of the session. Either Ajax, by the way, is nearly improving 4 tenths in the middle sector. Coming to the final corner now, this is going to challenge Yuri for pole position. To the line, he goes 2 tenths behind him. Goes second, good lap time by the Dutchman. And Yuri out on top. Either Ajax in second, Ruben in third. But really, from third downwards, Ruben all the way down to 7th, and they're covered by around 3 tenths per second, so not too bad going at all. Traffic alley Goth there is also on a lap along with Cassidy, who is improving to the line, and he goes 4th. So Cassidy also goes 4th, and look at the time is between him and Ruben, 1,000th per second.
Yeah, it's incredibly close, and of course, the thing we don't want to see, especially in pre-season, is like someone completely out in front, and we're not getting that at the moment. But,
I am stupid. I'm stupid.
Because it's quite different to quality pace, especially on this game as well. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, very interesting to see. Traffic alley got now the Frenchman. He is a reserve driver, by the way. The Frenchman is now completely.
Ik spin ook bijna.
Ja, ik spin hem. Je weet toch wel.
Waar ik nu ben.
Ja, waar jij nu bent, die en nu die bocht naar links, te veel daar over de curb en dan ja.
600 up, and I'm pretty sure the last time I commentated on him, he was also in a house.
Yeah.
Which was how long ago?
I cannot remember. But yeah, so he's back in Haas. 15th place, 1.2 seconds off, and that is nearly a crash there.
Hey, Nick, looks like again at turn 9, it seems to be catching quite a few people out. If you get too close to the curve on the left-hand side, it's basically going to rotate the car around. A little lucky for him. I think he might just have a little bit of an unstable setup, probably more straight line speed than downforce. Of course, around a downforce circuit like this, you do need as much as possible. Little Bookie actually is going to go on to another lap. Got Messi in front of him though.
Rise naar de pits.
We've got a spinner in the middle sector. I think that's Tom that is round coming through turn number 8.
I got
I think I missed that spin, but yes, that's like the 10th spin we've had today. So many spins, so many mistakes so far. But yeah, it's like you say, it's only pre-season though, and this track is known for its difficulty to get on the power through most of the corners here.
And of course, the real-life drivers, of course, of pre-season testing this week are obviously coming here from, I think it's Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, all the way through to Friday, 3 days of pre-season testing, which of course, if you
lekker Jesse. Hoe is jouw band daar er niet afgegaan, bro?
Sergio Maldo's coming through the final corner, now on the run to the line, and he is going to go pole with this lap to the line, and he goes quicker, but only by 500th of a second, but a good improvement there from the Belgian, and he's now out on top. It's just under 2 minutes ago in the session.
Ik had zo makkelijk pole kunnen pakken, ik had nog zo erg kunnen improven, maar ik ben, I'm just too stupid.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't think real-life testing is available to watch even if you have Sky Sports for the first test, so yeah, everyone will just be watching it for, or like reading post-race or post-testing articles for, yeah, the first test anyway, for some reason.
Terrible behaviour. Yeah, terrible behaviour, I'm going to say, by Sky Sports for not putting the testing on. Can't have watch-alongs or anything on Twitch. Sergio Amado out on top, Yuri in second, Ivo Ajax in third, Frankie Monti now around the final corner, on the run to the line, and the Italian goes 4th actually. Good lap time from him, 16.6, he goes behind Ivo Ajax. Quite a few drivers, by the way, are shocked in terms of the comment section how we've had nobody in the 15s yet, and I mean with a minute to go in the session, it's quite right because we are way off the 115s at the minute.
Yeah, so the Mercedes is going for a
Oh, crash. Oh! And that was hard, yeah, that was Jesse, I think you were riding on Paul, but he's just got into the wall, coming through the left-hander or the right-hander of turn 5, of course, where Rosberg and Hamilton famously came together through turn number 4. Sorry, Mano, though, out on top, just trying to see if anybody on
Kon toch niet meer verbeteren.
Oh, Ivo in de muur.
Sen and traffic having Gota on that times as well. Demonic, anybody picking your fancy at the minute? Oh, as a Haas goes off, and that is traffic having got into the wall. And it's actually not a Haas, it is an Alfa Romeo as Tom just completely cut the track.
Staat ook gewoon vol op stream dat ik de muur ging rijden.
Ja, klopt. Ik zat net te kijken.
Ik ga denk ik gewoon lekker hard starten.
Ja joh, doe lekker wat je wil.
And he's a 10th up again, so Sen is looking to improve. It's not going to be, unless he finds an absolute jetpack of a final sector. I don't think
Oké, P2, nou ja, prima. Ik had Paul kunnen pakken, maar ja, ik ben hem gol.
Ik vind een 18-17 niet zo heel slecht.
Right-hander of 10-15, 3-16, I don't know how that wasn't an invalidation from him. The set now on the run to the line.
Nou, via P, kom op.
Sen rijdt zichzelf.
In the end, I think we're safe to say DTA Game being the only man out on track. That is the end of qualifying. Sorry, Milano out on top, Yuri in second.
Nee, maar heel eerlijk gezegd denk ik als ze dit zo zien dat jij mijn seat gaat krijgen.
Ja, laten we het hopen. En dat jij gewoon lekker een 4 vaste seat krijgt, dat is leuk. Voor ons beiden.
Hoe heet het? Ik ga even kijken hoeveel ik in F4 zou staan met deze tijd.
You can never do a 1:15. Yeah, I don't probably think I could do a 1:15 around here. Check my time trial after. Sorry, Romano out on top. Yuri in second. Alvaro RX7 in third. 2 tenths per second coming in the top 3.
In F4 zou ik op dit moment 12e staan.
Can't even get my words out again. VIP GTA Gamer in 4th. Frankie Monty in 5th reserve. Ruben and 6th. Cassidy in 7th. Little Brookie in 8th. JB in 9th and Sen rounding off the top 10. Of course, 8 tenths per second covering the top 10. Not bad at all. Traffic Alley got in 11th. The reserve. Arise in 12th. Demonek in 13th. Dan Messi in 14th and Foster 15th, Tom in 16th, Jim Straff 17th, Jesse in 18th and TVA Football, who of course session is starting right at the back of the field. Sorry Mono out on top, you in second, and to be honest, they were the class apart in
ja, maar ik ga toch wel spinnen, dus ga alsjeblieft even weg, laat me even.
Of course, we've seen many races where people qualify, you know, way ahead of other people, and they struggle with their race pace, so...
Het is toch gewoon een 2-stopper, of ben ik nou gek?
Anything like that spins mistakes, so
ik ga mediums starten.
Everything to play for still. You know, we've got 33 laps here today until the race is done and a winner is crowned.
Ik denk dat ik ook gewoon een slechte start ga maken hoor, zodat GVA voor me komt.
Dat is wel FRL, elkaar. Factory Racing, FRL Live, F... ga alsjeblieft weg. F3, Spanje Test Racing, go weg.
Gives you guys, of course, viewing the streams at home, a real indicator of who's going to be towards the top end of the field. It gives you a real good indicator as well of who is necessarily going to be quicker in qualifying than in the race, and vice versa as well. But Ballboy obviously coming into F3 in Spain, 33 laps around this track.
Bijna iedereen letterlijk.
The driver's going to be up.
Well, there's no safety car.
Ga mij voorbij, jongen, TVA. Geef letterlijk
I think what's the mediums? Is that fine, or is that too much? Is the wear bad? I can't remember actually, like, how bad the tyres are out there.
I think around Spain, if I'm not mistaken, the set of soft compound tyres, they tend to go off around 6-7.
Dit is chill zeg, ik kan gewoon de hele tijd blokkeren om mijn banden op te warmen. Two-stop strategy might be better than a one-stop strategy around here, because as you were alluding to there, it is quite a high, heavy wear track, as Ivo Ajax goes off in the background there coming through turn 4. Hopefully he'll clean that up, of course, for the actual race. Yeah, strategy, I think it could be a two-stop strategy, but with no safety car, obviously drivers further down the field, the likes of Demonic, I'm especially looking at, they can go a little bit deeper into the race. Don Messi, clearly going one stop, he's on a set of hard compound tyres, everyone else really further down the field on a set of mediums.
Yeah, predictions, shall we go for a top 3?
Oh, we have to. We have to roll back the years even further by predicting the top 3. Judging by pace in qualifying, I'm going to go Sadio Mano for the win. I just think he might be a class apart here tonight. Second, I'm going to go for Ruben. I think that's going to be Red Bull 1-2. I think Ruben probably will have a better race than qualifying. And in third, why not? I'm putting him under pressure. Little Brookie.
For a podium, interesting. Right, I'll do my usual strange prediction. So, TVA football first, Jesse second, Jim third.
The good old ball.
Waarom zou ik tweede worden?
And if you want to obviously catch more of FRL F3 as we go through the season, Ballboy of course will be taking on the commentary role alongside Charlie, who partner of course last season, and you will enjoy, I'm sure, the chemistry that you and him will show. I am absolutely guaranteed of that. As we're about to get going, the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo of TVA Football and Jesse joining right at the back of the field. This is it. Pre-season testing for the first time here in FRL F3 is about to get underway. Sadio Mano on the left-hand side of the grid, Yuri on the right-hand side of the grid. Hopefully we're going to be getting drivers into the lobby. I would like to go out
Brug, staat iemand stil.
Here at the Spanish Grand Prix, and it is lights out. Away we go. A very quick stop by Yuri. He's going to get the run. There's not a movement further down the field. Traffic out he's got has not started further down the field, causing chaos off the start. Yuri though leads the way down towards turn 1.
Ik heb grondring damage die 3 gyms eraf.
Nova White is trying to go all the way around the inside. Traffic out he got has actually had connection issues. And that is why he's now out of the race. Yuri now leading the way though. Jim Strava's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. I'm sure that will get removed, of course, if the students look at it. Ruben was side by side with Little Brookie, and actually Little Brookie tries to go all the way around the outside of the house, tries to get the job done. There's an Alpha Tauri round nearly into the way of TVA Football. That's a rise on this round. Carnage further down the field. Yuri though was good to stop over Sadio Mano. VRP GTA gave a third. Ivo X in fourth. Up the front end of the field, very clean indeed. It's actually Ivo X that's on the inside of turn 9. Trying to get the job done there, he didn't. I think Little Brookie has just gone down the inside of Ruben as well, and they're still fighting side by side. It's chaos in F3.
Wow, and you have lots of damage as well, so that's going to ruin a lot of people's races, especially at the start with traffic not getting underway. And look at this. What's on earth? Side by side through the third sector.
Yeah, Little Brookie, Ruben is still going side by side through the third sector, now coming through in towards 14 to 15. Somebody's going to have to back out, and I tell you what, Little Brookie has just done Ruben around the outside there. That is a perfect move from him. I think Ruben's going into the pit, they know, in actual fact, I think he made a mistake, and now Imposter is going to try and chase him down in towards turn for Little Brookie. What a move that is. And he's now ahead of his father, which is quite interesting. JB and Nate send there in 9th. Imposter dives it down the inside line, tries to get the job done. Ruben shuts the door on him, and the Belgian stays in 10th position. But Yuri out on top, Sadio Mano in 2nd, and I tell you what, Ballboy, the front two are getting away.
Yeah, it's like Hamilton and Verstappen, isn't it? This is, they're pulling away like crazy here. And, the Red Bull sticking to the back of the Mercedes so far, and of course with the DRS enabled too, it could be an easy pass for Sadio Mano.
Yeah, DRS of course being enabled on lap 3. Next lap around going down in towards turn number 9 it will be, or down in towards turn 10. There's a rise, it's out of the session. No safety car of course on tonight, so no safety car will be deployed. If that was a safety car though, it was on track that crash as TVA Football dives it down the inside of Imposter, tries to get the job done in towards turn 10, a little bit of bumping and barging, but to be honest the gap was there and he infiltrated that gap quite nicely, and Football now through and he's into position as Ruben is round coming through turn 12.
Good job, that was the fastest lap.
Yeah, has he got damage? I don't think so. Looks okay. It's front wing.
Yeah, he's okay. I think he hit the wall on the right-hand side with his tyre, and obviously didn't take off his end plate, which is good. Jim Strav, I think, has spun. Jesse has also spun in the middle sector. JB is going side by side with Little Brookie nearly down towards turn number 1. This could get quite interesting between them both, the Haas and the McLaren.
Ja, de man die mijn race heeft verneukt, retired nu.
They're out on top. Sonny Mon on second, VRP GTA came in third. Jim Strav is out of the session. He is retired into the pit lane. Disappointing, of course. Drivers will be wanting to try and get all 33 laps under their belt, certainly not for their own benefit, but also for the steward's own benefit to see where everyone is in terms of pace.
Yeah, I guess though, if you want to have a crash, then have it in pre-season. So, yeah, it's not quite ideal, but Yeah.
Oh, here comes Sadio Mane. Sorry to cut you off. Sadio Mane on the outside line in towards turn 10. Is he going to get the job done? Yuri's back there on the inside line, but Sadio Mane, fresh traction, fresh gears. Sadio Mane doing his into the race lead. Nice battle between him and Yuri. GTA Gamer now within that DRS range just within a second. There's a yellow flag through the middle sector, and that is Will Brookie that is round. Coming through turn 12, he's got caught on the left-hand side, I think, off turn 11, and has spun the car around. So unfortunately, no father-son battle for now here in Spain.
And Yuri's closing up to the race leader, but he's not going to make a move. But he has gained a lot of time. Like Sadio Mane gained about 5/10 on him, and he just closed up on the straight because of DRS and slipstream.
JB just bringing the cost down. CBA football. Frankie Monti is round coming through turn 1 as well. So Italia spun and also Imposter has spun just in the background of shot there. Teammate football by the way, going side by side with JB coming through turn 3 and now on the inside line for 4. Medium certainly coming into play, and that was a bit of a forceful move there from Teammate football. He's through and he's into 7th position. Drivers, of course, since pre-season, you've all been watched by the stewards, and of course, clean driving should be the order of the day from everyone. The start Messi goes around the outside of Frankie Monti, but Aston Martin's there fights now for P10 and 11, and Frankie Monti gets that move done, so we'll cover as well as another yellow flag out on track, and that is Jesse that has found, but he's been mapped.
Feels like Vestlin Straw there with the Aston Martins, fighting each other, pushing each other off the track there. That was very close, but yeah, no damage, and yeah, they're all going in the right direction still, so that's good. For Aston Martin.
It is, and obviously Frankie Monti after that spin recovering well. He's in there in P10, trying to catch the back of Tom. His soft's still quite fresh to be honest, and he will get onto the back of Tom, you would imagine, towards the back end of this first half of the race as Yuri now closing on Sadio Mane. Is he going to do the traditional F1 Esports line? Yes, stays in behind. Absolutely predictable from an absolute mile back that was. Sadio Mane stays in the lead. Yuri in second. TV football, by the way, still having to go back to the Sen. He's got the job done in towards the turn 1 and he's into 6th. Everything now settling down. Sadio Mane of the line from Yuri in second, and from that gap, they were 1.3 seconds ahead of each other, ahead of GTA Gamer. GTA Gamer, though, has now latched onto the back along with Ivor Ajax.
Yeah, that was because they battled each other, right? So that's how the gap reduced. But yeah, no, he is sticking to them so far. And look at my race win prediction, by the way, TVA Football, P6. How has he done that? That's incredible, from the back of the field to P6.
Yeah, you're making me look like an absolute fool in terms of these top 3 predictions, I've got to be honest. He's there in P6 though, and to be fair, he's on the really good strategies. On that sort of medium compound tire, everyone else in front of him has been spinning, and that's exactly what he wants, because he's going purple in the middle sector as well, and looking at the position gains, he's gained 13 positions. Poor boy, an absolute genius in terms of predictions.
You'll be on the media.
Oh, I knew one day I'll get it right by predicting whoever starts last to win, but yeah. Today could be the day.
Today could be the day. See, I'm your lucky omen, I think, coming back into the commentary box. Yuri on the back of Sadio Mane, tries to lunge it down the inside line. Pretty much a fake lunge, to be honest, by Mercedes. Didn't want to get the move done. But they're just trying to work each other out, to be honest, I think, in terms of this battle. Sadio Mane is quicker than Yuri in places around the circuit. Yuri is quicker than Sadio Mane, and to be honest, they're cancelling each other out, but they work together, they're pulling away now from GTA Gamer because the gap has just gone out to 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, this is just like the real life Grand Prix. Verstappen in front of Hamilton behind him. Well, like, whoever's behind could so we've got to watch out for that.
Jesse is spun coming through turn 3 again, right down the back of the field. Now, tell you what, Jesse pretty much could have given up by now, and I'm totally and utterly in awe with him, because he's down in 17th position, still continuing on, wants to give the stewards a really good indicator of where his pace is actually at. He might be running no assist, but I tell you what, he's doing a good job there down in 17. If he stops the car spinning for 27 laps to go, and yeah, I think Jesse is doing a good job, because not many drivers in FRL F3 run no assist, so it's totally and utterly great. The JB, I think, is coming into the pit lane along with GTA Game and Ivor Ajax, and Yuri attacks for the race lead, down towards someone, gets the job done.
Hoeveel procent zijn die banden nu?
And that now means, I think, Yuri, with more EOS than Sadio Mane, I think he's
Links voor 51, rechts voor 51.
Dan zou ik dit rondje of volgend rondje gaan als ik jou was.
Naar welke band?
Medium, ik zou als ik jou was 2 stop. 1 stop werkt hier echt niet.
We've got absolutely none. JB's even getting ahead of a little truckie, and this, I'll tell you what, could be quite interesting, because now we've got Father Son Battle Part 2, even in Spain. Little truckie has pitted earlier on, JB just in front of him, JB now in 12, little truckie in 13. I have a feeling there's going to be no love lost possibly between these two. Sadio Mano down the inside of Yuri is going to try and fight him back in towards turn 9, through turn 10 even, and Sadio Mano actually gives him a clean pair of heels. He's through, catches the curve slightly, he's through and he's into the race.
Ik zou nu gaan voor de undercut.
Cassidy in third, and I'm watching Cassidy because obviously he's pitted in, he hasn't pitted in just yet, GTA Gamer has. Cassidy is catching the front two.
And all the Mercedes is in. Yuri's in the pits.
Imposter has also crashed out the session as well through turn 4. Unfortunately for Imposter, I think he's a debutant, if I'm not mistaken, in FRL F3 this season. Yuri, no one's in fact, Monty has picked up a 5-second penalty for speed in the pits. But yeah, Yuri, on a sort of medium compound tyres, the guys around him were coming through the final corner. In fact, I can see them in camera shot now. Yuri is going to be, I think, between them both here, possibly.
Are they going to part it?
GTA Gamer, I think, might. This is going to be extraordinarily close, but yeah, I think, to be honest, yeah, GTA Gamer had the overrun down towards turn 1, but Yuri, I think, didn't want to, obviously, get into a fight down towards someone, because if he was on the inside line there would have been contact between the club and the Mercedes. Now, behind the AlphaTauri, doesn't suit him quite well in terms of Sadio Mano, but it will group all of these guys together. And I mean, if you look at Cassidy, he's just got into a set of mediums, he's also now latched onto the back, so we're pretty much going to have a 5-car train for the lead once Sadio Mano pits in.
Yes, and is he going to pit this lap? Because he'll be behind if he stays out any longer. Let's have a look.
Green flag.
Coming from the final corner, no.
Hij blijft buiten.
Out! Interesting. He's wanting to go a little bit deeper, I think, into the race. Ruben, I think, has spun further down. He's just rejoined track, and actually, I thought he had a puncture there. Actually, Ruben, he doesn't. But he does have wing damage, right side end plate damage for Ruben. Obviously, being in the wall, coming out of turn 10, I would hazard a guess. Ruben in the wall, and he's coming back into the back lane, but he will continue on. And probably go set of mediums towards the end of the race, as Yuri now is going to attack GTA Gamer, pulls out on the slipstream, and the Mercedes is through very easily. Both drivers, of course, part of the FRL esports team. Yes, I thought I mentioned that on the stream. Yuri in 5th, GTA Gamer in 6th. Good job by Yuri, and he's through, and now he's in clear out.
Yep, as the gap for the race leads going down, as the medium tyres are much better than Sadio Mano's 8-lap-old softs at the moment, as predicted. Look at that 1.4, it's coming down all the time, every corner, every second.
I think
so. He's got to pit. He's got to pit. Just pit.
Zet even iedereen crash.
Surely now he's going to see the Alfa Romeo behind him now, much bigger in his mirrors. So
Cassidy is top crashed out. So when you do turn 8, that is on the left-hand side, he's gone hard into the wall. And actually, JB, to be honest, nearly followed him as well. Little Brookie, by the way, has got ahead of JB. I don't know where that happened. Little Brookie now ahead of JB, and Sadio Mano has stayed out another lap. He's going deeper into the race, but at what expense? Because TBA Football behind him, a second behind, slightly less ERS, they're on the same ERS in fact, and TBA Football at the minute doing a good job, but Sadio Mano, I think he should have put it 2 laps ago.
Yeah, I guess we'll see at the end of the race whether that was the right call or not. But yeah, surely just getting a couple of pressure mediums.
Ik ga gewoon voor USA, ja joh, het is een race.
I think to be honest, I think mediums at the minute, TBA Football is going to be going, what, lap 17, lap 18 I would imagine, and then go on maybe just a soft compound tyre if he can get them to the end. He might go maybe in excess of 20 laps. I think he's thinking more long term than he is short term. Remember, there's no safety cars here tonight. I can't believe, by the way, we're only on lap 10. I think we've been commentating for the past half an hour in this race. Sadio Mano lines up. TBA Football there in second. If Sadio Mano doesn't pit, he's going to be under significant pressure from TBA Football, but Sadio Mano might just see that 3-second penalty from Sadio Mano finally, I think, listens to us in the commentary box and thinks he's going to be possibly into the gap between Sen and Ivo Ajax as Frankie Monty is fast coming through turn 9.
Yep, so surely Sadio Mane will probably be out behind GTA Gamer, Ivo, Yuri especially, so let's have a look as they all go past now.
He's gonna come out just behind Ivo Ajax, which is not a bad gap to actually come out in, and he's there in 7th position, but the danger is going to be probably ahead of him rather than behind, because he's going to latch now back into that DRS train. 1.5 seconds off, he's on fresher mediums. He's, to be honest, if he's waiting behind, which normally 90% of the drivers do around here, and then they wait until the final couple of laps to fight, Sadio Mano is going to struggle to maybe even latch onto the back of things.
Yeah, so what's the get 1.4? I think he can still win this race, but he's made it a little bit more difficult for himself. But yeah, who knows? Let's see how this strategy works out for him.
Yes, Sadio and behind Yuri is 3 seconds the gap. 3 seconds between Yuri and Sadio Mano coming down towards turn 9. Now, Sadio Mano, there in P7, is doing a good job. He's 1.4 seconds behind, but Yuri is now beginning to get away from the drivers in behind, and they all look very consistent compared to each other as well. So if stewards obviously are taking note, Yuri, GTA Gamer, Ivo Ajax, Sadio Mano seem to be around the same pace, seem to be almost as if they're going towards the top end of the field here. But remember, drivers like Cassidy, drivers like Ginstrap, further down the field who've already retired out the race, are going to be coming under significant pressure as we go through into race 1 and pour rain. And let's hope, hopefully, that might be a better race for them both. But now Yuri leads the way, net lead of the race, he's in 4th at the minute.
Hoppa, nog iemand gecrashed. Dan sta ik gewoon P13, hè. Lol.
They're pulling away from Sadio Mano, so I think Sadio is only going to go one way. He's a little buggy has crashed through turn 3, which is unfortunate on his return. Little buggy out of the session, and he's out coming through turn 3, and that was on the left-hand side. So yeah, coming through turn 2, he's just got caught on the outside curve and the spun. Unfortunately, little buggy in the wall. Don't make your mind, to be honest, it's pre-season, not the real actual race.
Yeah, of course, and we've seen plenty of other people spin around and make mistakes today, so he's not the only one. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 retirements so far in this race, and yeah, we're almost halfway through this Grand Prix. And there's another penalty.
Yeah, looking at the penalties actually, because we're about a third of the way through the race. Don Messi has got 3, GTA Gamer's got 6, Sen has got 3, and Jesse has got 3 as well. And to be honest, Jesse, still going around there in P13, it will be once he passes Little Brookie's AI car. He's still out there, and he's just picked up another penalty as soon as I've said that. But he is still doing a good job. Down there in 13th position, many drivers, 95% of which in FRL back in the day, probably would have given up by now. Jesse, not. He wants to prove everyone wrong. He wants to run no mistakes. He didn't have much practice coming into the race. And really, he's treating this like a pre-season session, which I think is totally right.
Yeah, and I guess the good thing is, if you don't like Spain, then, well, we're not going to be racing, I think, this season around Spain, apart from today in pre-season, so, yeah, it's good to get this track out of the way, and, well, especially considering all the spins we've seen today, not many people like it for that reason.
To be honest, I mean, yeah, this race is going into a bit more like a war of attrition, to be honest. And I mean, it's Spain at the end of the day, and I could see drivers complaining in the Discord about Spain, and I totally feel you, because this will be a track, I think this was a track that actually, did I win around here, I'm tempted to say?
Yes.
I don't know when.
Season 4, I think.
Season 4, that was how long ago now? About 5 years?
Yeah, in the Williams. F1 2018, 17.
I feel old. I feel very old. Goodness me. TBA Football leads the way. Tom in second. Del Messi in third. Teal, by the way, in the comment section said earlier on, and I'm not sure if you actually picked up on this as well, that, if I'm trying to find the comment, where's it gone? Not gonna lie, hearing you two commentate together, all alongside each other, gives me goosebumps.
Check your MFD for a new structure.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we did GT Sport with T-Hawk, and What was it, F4 as well? He was racing.
Yeah.
In all those years ago.
Wat is nu de strategie?
Hoeveel procent zijn banden nu?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
op rechte stuk.
How far
Is goed.
we've certainly come. You've obviously still been here in FRL. I've just been forging my own career, to be honest. But still, everyone has to start where it actually is. And of course, FRL being my first league, you being my first commentary partner as well. And comparing that to this compared to my first commentary, I think I'm doing a damn sight better job than I was back in the day.
Voor, links voor 2.
You know, as commentators.
Wat? Je valt weg.
You know, whatever, it's great to see.
GBA football, by the way, just came out of play.
Ik zou als het kan gewoon proberen zo lang mogelijk doorgaan en dan misschien naar softs kunnen gaan.
That's not a whole compound size. He's went middle of the road. Obviously, he went on that sort of mediums earlier on the session, and now he's on that sort of hard compound tire. Hard, necessarily, probably the better tire to be on. He's rejoined in 5th position. He's going to be what, net P4 when Yuri passes Don Messi. And to be honest, this is a 6-way battle for the lead now.
Yeah, you can't say that for most tracks, that the hard tyres are good to use. As most tracks you get a soft medium strategy, but yeah, for tracks like these where the tyre wear is just quite incredible, it's a massive advantage sometimes to go onto the hard, so we'll see how that develops.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I remember Silverstone, blue wall, hard compounded tyre, I think it was on F1 2018, the worst tyre to ever go on in the history of tyres to go on in a race. It's just terrible. Luckily around here though, obviously F1 has evolved, these tyres...
Links voor 25, rechts voor 20, achterbanden 17.
18-inch wheels, if I'm not mistaken, compared to the 12-inch we've got at the minute.
Ja, was zou ik gewoon doorgaan tot lap 25 en dan naar softs gaan misschien zelfs.
Through turn 2, gets the job done, and sorry Romano, that was like taking candy for a baby. He is through, and he's into P5, and that was a complete misjudgment on Ajax's perspective there.
Yeah, and look at the battle for the lead as well. We've got Messi who hasn't pitted, and he's holding up everyone else who of course has pitted, so this is going to be very interesting, because you've got a passive, so I don't think he'll be stopping yet. He might even go to the softs, like around lap 25 or something, so yeah, they've got to try and make a move.
He's got every entitlement to be there though. Yuri's got to get past him, as he would any other driver who will be behind him. Jesse, by the way, is round, and Demonek has retired through the final corner. Interesting position there coming across the start-finish line, maybe. So Demonek round coming out the final corner, probably overtakes, I think, probably trying to recover the car, and obviously lost it. Jesse is back into the pit lane, instead of some componentized, he was bad from wing damage. Not just getting caught there on the outside line. There is Demonek all the way in the Alpine. Yuri, though, is going to have a go at Don Messi. Down and towards turn 1, that should be quite easy. He's got Jesse coming out in front of him in the pit lane. And you know what?
Ik ga jou helpen als het kan met DRS op dat stuk.
In front of him, Yuri now through, and he's into the lead of the race here. The Mercedes now dominate. Well, can I say
Daan Messi laat die VIP gamer daar langs. Wat een tyfus gevoel.
Not going to get the move done, but now Yuri, I think, if Don Messi holds him up through the first and middle sector, actually, as soon as I say that, he's through. GTA Gamer is through and he's into second, and now it's a bit like Groundhog Day.
Yes, it is, and well, it's going to be fascinating to see if GTA Gamer has the pace challenge for the race to win today, because he was stuck in third at the beginning, of course, and now he's got the chance if he can do it. So let's see what happens.
Football's getting quite close to Don Messi, going around the outside and towards turn 10. There's a bit bold and brave move, we can pull it off. The Aston Martin, having absolutely none of that, just shuts the door completely. And do you know what? He was entitled to do that. I probably would have done exactly the same thing. Don Messi through, and he's into P3 still. And Jesse, by the way, is getting a bit of a hindrance now. He's trying to launch.
Lekker bezig, Jesse.
He's ghosted, luckily. Luckily, there's no contact between them, though. Jesse now having a bit of fun. He's right down the back of the field. The Sadio Mane runs wide and nearly corrects over Ajax. Down and towards Salmon, though. Football is going to have a run at Don Messi once again. He's on the outside line. He's going to have to think about doing it the hard way around the outside of Salmon.
Jezus.
Ik ben hem echt aan het hinderen hoor.
Messi out of the race. And I think, looking at hindsight, football probably shouldn't have gone for that move.
Yeah, well,
Nou, TVA kan nog een penalty krijgen.
Between the two drivers, you know, the amount of grip he was able to at least think about trying to make the move. But yeah, that's unfortunate, as we've gone just over half distance now, a few laps to go, so yeah, we're going to enter the final stages of the Grand Prix, and still we have a massive battle. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars within a couple seconds. As who's that off? That's
Jesse. Picking up a 3-second penalty, and he's just caught the curve coming through turn 12. But I'm going to go back to your prediction. TVA football.
En nu wordt het spannend.
Is in P3 at the minute.
Besef dat ik gewoon P11 sta als ik die daar Messi voorbij ga. Maar ik heb Pippi wel even hard opgehouden.
Football should definitely be in F2. That's manipulation for F3 drivers. What do you think? Because it has looked quite quick, but remember this is only one track.
Yeah, it is, and of course in qualifying, well, not qualifying us already, I think, today. Yeah, we don't really know much of his pace, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, last season, if I remember, yeah, he didn't dominate any race, I think, so he was a contender to the podium like he is today. So, yeah, I'm not too sure, really.
Yeah, he's out on the sort of hards, and I mean, he's got his teammate behind him in this race. I must stress in this race, because the actual grid and everything in terms of the teammates hasn't been designated yet by the drivers or by the stewards. That will be, of course, done, I think, in the coming days. You know, out on top, GTA Gamer in second, TVA Football in third. I though, been really impressed with football's pace. He has been...
Oké, TVA ik ben uit de DRS, yes, ik ben uit de DRS.
Top.
Alleen
Nodig jezelf, pik je weer.
TVA is heel snel.
Top field scored. He could even be in F1, I think, stripping the pace that he's actually showing. And look at this, he's got an absolute saunter by GTA Gamer, who hasn't got the DRS coming out of turn
TVA is fucking snel, bro.
Zal ik gaan pitten en dan wachten met de release. En dan jou weer DRS gaan geven en hun een beetje ophouden.
Nou, TVA is wel veel snel.
It can't happen, can it?
Might have to get Charlie to do a shoey, I think, at this point, if he's going to be finishing. Yeah, it's a brilliant, brilliant performance. And to be honest, I said
alleen niet wat zijn fucking tactiek is.
Are probably the tire to be on at this stage in the race. Yuri there leading the way, DVA Football there in second, GTA Gamer in third, and Football at the minute not going to get the move done. More comments coming through, by the way. Buddha, I think that's Buddha if I'm not mistaken, from TFRL Day.
GT Sport.
GT Sport, yes. One question for you, are you guys still doing league racing in GT Sport? If so, where do I sign up?
Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, well, obviously for Gran Turismo 7.
Ook gaan pitten dit rondje naar mediums of wachten tot softs?
Well, oh yeah, that would be great.
Waar jij je het beste bij voelt.
Yeah, we'll probably do something, I suppose, when the game's out, of course, and we'll see how it runs and stuff. Yeah, well, nice to see you back.
Football dives down the inside, so it could be.
Oké, ik pit dit rondje wel voor mediums.
This is unbelievable. He's done that to the hards, but look who's just came into the pit lane. GTA Gamer from third place has came into the pit lane, set a medium compounder tyres on. He clearly feels the tyres are not going to get to the end of the race. I think he's quite sure about that strategy. I'm not, because if Yuri is showing the pace he is and he stays in behind Football, he could stay out there for the rest of the race.
James.
Yeah, that's a strange one for me. I think he can probably finish like a 4th or 5th at best and catch Ivo or Sen, but yeah, that is quite strange.
It is quite strange, but they're in P6 and there's a spinner and there's JB round and he's lost his front wing completely. So JB Holland's ball by little rookie. What's the word I'm looking for?
Wacht, ik ga wel door. Ik ga jouw tactiek doen. Waarom ook niet?
A few laps ago, I think little rookie crashed there through turn 1. Obviously still in qualifying as well through there. JB now in 10th position, still doing a good job, still out there out on track.
obviously he's got a long way to go into the pit lane. But, knowing JB, he will finish off the race. He will stay down there in E10. TV Football leading the way. Yuri there in second, Sadi Mono in third. And Bude as well back in the comment section saying, thanks for the information. Nice to see you guys are still in business. Have a good race, guys. It's good to see FRL is still in business for sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in ages. Bude, that was a long time ago. A long time ago.
I think
yeah.
Bude messaged me a couple of days ago and I forgot to respond to him actually. And he asked me exactly the same question, so I think that answers probably both questions.
Ja, gaat hem winnen.
In terms of me,
Ik weet niet wat hij nog qua strategie heeft hoor, maar...
necessarily not going to be running a league on there, to be honest, whether it be in FRL or anywhere else. There are intentions, however, I think TTML, if I'm not mistaken, to run a GT7 league on there. So, that might be quite interesting to see, and I've just got a little bit of self-promotion to TTML, which is not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, with GT7, I think the tracks are like almost all the same, are they, from GT Sport?
Yeah, they've added Daytona in, which I'm very much looking forward to. Of course, the road layout, and I think they've got the oval as well, if I'm not mistaken. So Daytona is in, but yeah, majority of the tracks are the same, which means if you see an FRL GT7 race anytime soon, probably mean we're going around Blue Moon Speedway again. Or BB Raceway.
Slipstream.
Yeah. Slipstream, catch it on,
that was
perfect.
Brilliant. I want that to return so much. That was fantastic.
That'd be fantastic, yeah. I mean, GT7, obviously, I'm not sure about the plans going forward on GT7, but I know for sure FRL has run GT Sport Leagues in the past, of course, VHR as well, under its previous launch, has also done GT Sport races around there, and to be honest, I think GT Sport and GT7 have always been part of FRL, so I think it might be good to obviously branch out to a new game, get a new audience in, get a new community going there as well. And I think for FRL going forward, it could be quite interesting.
Ja,
That decision, unfortunately for you, Google, it doesn't lie in your hands anymore.
beetje close.
Yeah, well, I can inquire about it and see what's happening, but yeah, so we got
Zal ik dit rondje of volgend rondje gaan pitten?
Do you know the day?
I think it's the 11th of March comes at me for some reason. Oh, actually, no, it's actually a little bit earlier. It is the... I'm trying to guess my dates here. 4th of March?
Spin je nou?
So, 11 days from now.
Zal ik dit rondje of volgend rondje pitten?
Ik zou lekker nu gaan.
Yeah, I'd like if there were different tracks to like.
Ja.
That's what I was looking forward to. I think Deep Forest Raceway as well. I think that's another track, but that's from a previous game, but they're adding it again. But that wasn't a GT Sport, so I mean, with DLCs, I think that's what they'll be doing. But it'd be nice if they included more.
Yeah, I think there's 33 tracks, I think, at launch, if I'm not mistaken, and they're adding more tracks as they go through, so it'll probably be like a track every month, what they were doing on GT Sport. And I've actually heard that there could be some really, really strong candidates. I've had Road America possibly could be coming to the game. Obviously, Project Cars 2 license expired, and Road America could be coming to GT7, which shouldn't be too bad. Teal'c as well in the comment section, just a comment to this, we haven't got much action going on around the track, so I'm trying to fill the time with something else. Teal'c saying as well, FRL have been planning to do something in ACC, is actually Yuri has came into the pit lane from second position. Yuri is in, set us off compound tyres surely going on the car, and now I think, I'm safe to say, possibly Ballboy, TBA Football on for race win here.
Yeah, but let's just wait until he crosses the line, I think, because you never know. But it's looking good.
34 locations on GT7 and 97 tracks apparently. I don't think there's 97 tracks on one. I think there's 34 on launch, but there's 97 different layouts if I'm not mistaken. I think Teal'c might have just got himself a little bit confused there in the comment section. And he was also saying about ACC as well. After all, they plan to do an ACC league, and I know there's been a few delays about it, and that's what Teal'c's been going about, of course, in the comments section as well. And I think the delay is possibly around trying to find a commentary team. Now, I will say explicitly on stream, I would love to commentate on ACC. I'm too busy during the week at the minute to obviously do that with other leagues. But, hopefully, if anybody wants to put themselves forward to do ACC commentary, do it. Just do it. TBA football leads the way. Sadio Mane second, Ivan Whiteson third. Still 8 laps to go here in Spain. I feel like we've been commentating on this for around an hour now. It's like Singapore, I think, all over again this race. Football leads the way, though. Sadio Mane second, Ivan Whiteson third. I think, though, we're going to get a battle and forth between GTA Gamer and Yuri. Yuri on the back, on that sort of soft compound tyre of GTA Gamer on a set of mediums. And you would think, on paper, sort of soft will be probably quicker down towards turn number 1. He's going to open up that deployment, but he's going to be not as far away, surely. Try and get this move done in towards turn 1. Yeah, not even close down towards turn 1, and Yuri stays in behind. But he will probably get a move, I would say, maybe even in towards turn 4 if he's lucky enough.
Yeah, and he could also try and go for fastest lap as well, when he gets clean air.
He should go all the way around the outside, going through turn 4 as well. Then switches to the outside of 5. And again, doesn't get the move done. This is going to be quite an interesting battle, though. GTA Gamer's not giving this up without a fight, and he shouldn't, because he's there on a set of mediums defending the position. Yes, he gets more drivers. Yes, he's got more tyre wear in terms of his warmness on those tyres. Yuri, though, has to try and get this move done. Down in towards turn number 10. Again, he just fakes him.
Als het kan, dan gewoon naschooien.
Ja. TBA football is on for the race quick. Sadio Mane in second, Ajax in third, and at least I'm getting somebody in the top.
Kijk, ik pak hem hier in bocht 1.
Yeah, who else did I say? Jim? Oh, he's crashed.
Jim and whoever started in 17th position, which I can't bring to you right now. However, though, Yuri is going to sail past GTA Gamer down in towards turn 1. Absolutely saunters on by as if he's not even there. He is through and he's into 4th and uses up a good amount of deployment to really pull out that gap. 12.9 seconds to the back of Ajax. If he gets to the back of Ajax before the end of this
Op het einde, die mediums worden zo slecht. Wij zaten op 50.
Maar die soft zo.
Honestly, this
Ja, maar die mediums hebben grote kans op.
And they crash out by like 2 or 3 or 4. It's just never ever happened.
Yeah, TBA. Yeah, I mean, TBA football though, gotta give him credit where credit's due. Sadio Mane, by the way, picked up a penalty and all of that. And TBA football, I thought, because obviously he was struggled in qualifying. He retired in the pit lane, I think, didn't get a lap time in. And TBA football, it seems like qualifying is one thing, race is a completely different thing. And TBA football has driven such an astute race. Yes, drivers have crashed in front of them. Yes, drivers have obviously fell by the wayside. But
ja, daar gaat Ivo Ajax de pits in.
Fast strategy is probably on to win this race.
En vast sleppen.
Now into the pit lane from P3, and he's going to be a little way off GTA Gamers. It could be in a battle with Tom coming out pit lane here.
Yep, and as I said, Yuri's got fastest lap, 1:18.0.
He has got fastest lap of the race. He had 1.5 seconds clear of GTA Gamer. Doing a good job, Yuri, and MP3, he seems to be struggling slightly maybe for a little bit of traction on that sort of softs at the minute, but he won't close down Sadio Mane unless Sadio Mane, there's an act of God, basically, that spins him. Somebody throws a banana peel out on the track, and he's there in second, Yuri there in third, and I think, honestly, we're looking at our top 3, and to be honest, I think, apart from Ajax, I think might close up to the back of GTA Gamer for the race end. I think we might have our order of actually where they're going to finish, because Allegod is actually on the back of Ruben coming through the final corner. This is the battle for P8 and 9, which is unbelievable. Considering...
Ik weet ook niet hoe lang TVA op die hard zitten.
We've only got 10 finishers, including Jesse, who was still...
Hij gaat dit ook heel lastig krijgen op het einde.
2 laps down on the rest of the field. He's in 10th position, and it just comes to show why you shouldn't give up.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, exactly, because if this was, of course...
Oh, ik heb hem Jeff zegt dat ik nu naar de sos moet gaan. Is goed, Jeff.
Mercedes or for himself, so yeah, never give up.
Never give up, indeed. And yeah, Jesse, all of these drivers have selected cars that were just basically free to them here tonight. It's just a free choice. As I say, drivers will be selecting their teams and their teammates very soon indeed, probably after Tuesday. where, of course, tomorrow we do have FRL F1 and F2. And we'll be back in the country box once again tomorrow for FRL F1 and FRL F2. Of course, you're going to be driving and looking forward to it.
Well, I'm just looking at the list of drivers. I think I'll be happy to score a point every race, it seems, but we'll see, because I know my consistency, especially last season, really helped me to get some really good results. Like my first win in a few years in Belgium.
Ooh, Alec got making the move on Ruben. Sorry to cut you off again. He's turned into P8, and Ruben's just picked up a 3-second penalty. Which, to be honest, if this was not pre-season, probably would get removed that, because that was never a 3-second penalty for my eyes. Ruben on the back of Ali got, now Ali got his 2 and he's into P8. And yeah, you're on about F2 there. The likes of FRL Dundee are coming up against the likes of TRT Bunty as well. Very quick drivers to their own regard, and I know if I was looking at the F2 grid right now, I'd probably say you're not going to become a 4-time FRL champion, sadly. I hate to break it to you, but I think FRL Dundee, F2, watch out for him. If you get a little bit of battle with him, he's going to be very clean, because he, for me, is class above the rest of the field.
Yeah, I'll probably only see him if there's a safety car, or something happens to him.
Oh, is you me? Oh, I thought you had spun. Sorry, it's Jesse that spun. I got a shock there coming through. And actually, yeah, Ruben has crashed coming through turn number... What's that on my track now?
Hopelijk niet de commentators vloek op me.
Yeah, he just lost him. At the end of the race, Matty did, I think, a lot of time in last season.
Heb je niet gewoon een punt?
Rijden.
Ik rijd nu 10, maar dat wordt dadelijk 9.
Yeah. I think Ruben, to be honest, has always had, I remember him DNFing a few years ago as well, when he actually made his debut in FRL. And Ruben, I think, has came on quite significantly from there, because one lap 31 at the minute for these guys. Leaders are on lap 31. Jesse, by the way, is, well, it said it was on lap 27 a couple of seconds ago. He's on lap 31 now, and he's only a lap down from the rest of the field, which is not too bad. Teammate football, I've done his wife.
No, ik zit nog in 27.
Leading the way, further down the field though, Tom and Sen, passing out 6th and 7th position. Not a battle for the wooden screen, looks like it's only going to go to one driver, they say, but Sen, right on the back of Tom, he's going to try and get the overcut. Running down towards turn number 4, he's on the outside.
Hoe laat is het? Kan je dat even checken hoe laat het is?
9:15. Hoezo?
Echt man, dat ik even weet.
But this is a good battle developing between them both.
Ik denk wat te doen is.
Of course, the history of these two great teams are
Oh,
producing
Tom.
great action.
My word, how's he recovered that?
He's gonna get overtaken, surely.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, look at that.
Sen hasn't got enough ERS to try and deploy down the straight in towards turn 10, and that's why he's trying to get this move done through the corners, because Tom has got more ERS than him. He can pull way down the straight. Ruben has left the session as well, but do thank him though for attending. T-Bay football though, with a class above the rest of the field, 6.2 seconds ahead of Sadio Mano. You go down in third. Thought we would have had more finishes than this, to be honest, on my FRL F3 debut, or FRL F3 return, however you like to look at it. Sen on the back of Tom, once again, down and towards someone. You were going on about history. There's no history between the both here. You've got Sen now on the back, down in the outside line, in towards turn 1. Tom on the inside line gets forced up on a 3-second penalty as well, but Sen managed to get that move done. It was only one way Tom was going, and that was over the curve, unfortunately. But Sen is through, he's into P6. Clean move.
Yeah, that was a fantastic move there. And yeah, job done, so he can go off into the distance on those medium tyres, and oh, he's got penalties though, so he does the Ferrari, of course, so yeah, the order here, as you can see on the left hand side, will probably change a bit at the end of the race when the checkered flag is out in a minute or two's time.
Yeah, final lap we go. Football leads the way, and I think FRL Charlie, if he's still here in the comment section, I think you're going to have to be getting your shoe out, my friend, because football is going to be on for the race bringing you. Sadio Mano has gone slow coming through turn 1.
Lekker hoor,
Yuri.
Yuri.
Now is in danger of losing his podium completely.
Ik ga het toch verliezen, joh.
Happened to me in Canada last season actually, because I was hoping for a safety car and it never actually happened until at the end of the race where I was able to change, you know, into limits or whatever. So yeah, he's not going to finish on the podium at least. It's going to be like a P5, P6 finish.
It will be. I think he might finish P4 to be honest. If he's gets a wriggle on, he's coming down the straight, and to be honest, Yuri there and behind is going to get through. TV football all the way through the final
Mijn fuel is ook
corner.
laag, mijn fuel is laag, maar volgens mij net genoeg.
It's now a 21.7 second gap. Football wins here in Spain pre-season. Yuri around into the final couple of corners now. He's going to be in everything second, and yeah, you might be right. I think Sadio Mano, he's willing.
Ja, come on. Let's go, tweede.
Second, around the final corner, he's going to come across line to finish in second.
Even kijken als mijn vader wakker is.
And Ivo Ajax is going to be a small drag race to the line here, and Ivo Ajax just naps Sadio Mano and actually gets a podium out of it as well. Finishes in third, Sadio Mano in fourth, GT Gamer in fifth. You know what, there's always action here in FRL.
Ik interviews en dan kom ik, ja. Hey, interviews en dan kom ik. Nee, zometeen.
He's run out of fuel. Kusselaar in 7th, Ollie Goss and Jesse also finishing 8th.
Anders was hij niet zo snel.
What a race on FRL F3. No safety car, damage obviously on. It's absolute chaos. Driver of the day, what about the in-game fight? There's only one man, it's football.
What a race. Incredible, and it's only pre-season.
It is only pre-season, and goodness knows what F3 are in for if your predictions are on point like they were tonight. Football out on top. Fantastic drive from the Alfa Romeo. And to be honest, I know Sadio Mano ran out of fuel. There was no way he was going to get close to him on that final lap of the race. And football absolutely deserved it, and he could be seeing himself up to a move to F2.
Yep, as the champagne's being sprayed, and let's have a look at the results. So, yeah, of course, look at those penalties as well. A lot of penalties today, but not for the top three at least. So well done to those guys.
Yeah, TBA football out on top. Yuri in second. Yuri actually sits the fastest lap of the race, which I think, bearing that was 22.5 seconds of football in the end.
Ik had ook een fastest lap, bro.
Wins from Yuri in second, Ivo Ajax in third, Sadio Mano in fourth, PJ Gamer
Fastest fucking lap.
Sen in seventh, Aligot in eighth, Jesse in ninth. He actually DNF'd down.
Come on, boys. Fastest lap.
In the end, finishing in P9.
Fastest lap MP2, dat is echt een heerlijke testrace. Oké, maar ik hoor gewoon in de F3. Oké. Safety cars hadden er wel mogen komen deze race, dat is gewoon niet normaal.
And a rise, all the DMS out on track. T-Bay football the way on top. Yuri second, Ivo Ajax in third. Is there an introduced party for F3? I'm not sure, because I don't think I've even been invited to it.
I'll have a look.
I'll see if there's a party going as well. I've got the PS app on my iPad, so I can easily have a check on there. But fantastic drive from football, obviously, and I hate to break it to you in terms of a pun, football coming home?
Well, we did today in Spain. I mean, that was, like, when I said that I thought he would win, I didn't actually think he would win, but, you know, just incredible.
I can only think about the smug look on the face of you right now, because that beam of the smile, I think, is just going to be there. There's a hint of smugness, I think, coming from you in your prediction, and I've got to say congratulations, because it was a well-deserved prediction.
Thank you, and that's the only time that will happen, because, yeah, like I said, every other time, they're out at the start of the race, or, yeah.
The fact that TV football and the likes of Yuri were towards the top end of the field and it really, really makes pay for what I think is going to be a great race, of course, next week in Bahrain. I've seen you've added me to the party chat for FRL F3, so thank you so much for that. I'm going to see if drivers do want interviews. Certainly our top three, I'm thinking.
But I have a feeling F4 we're going to be doing top 3 interviews, so bear with me while I find out this, but, I mean, do I even have to ask you about driver of the day?
No. It's so clear.
Clear to everyone. Yeah, clear to everyone. I think it was a little broccoli. Surely driver of the day. Surely.
Oh, yes. Or who's the guy that traffic, the one that didn't even start?
Alagos, who in the end actually did start and he finished in P7 in the end.
Wes, houd het alarm even aan, ik ga zo meteen even nog wat drinken halen.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers actually.
Ja, ik ga zo wat drinken pakken.
Yeah, they can only do one driver.
Oké, kom er zo aan, ja. Ik moet heel even... Even know. Yeah, the quali, I had a very good quali lap, but crashed, but it was still good P2. And of course, by the start, getting Sadio Mano at the start, and then yeah, he was so fast. So then I think I was the first one to pit, then got the undercut, and I don't know why, but he was like 3 laps later he pitted, so that was a bit weird. And then I was on the mediums and they were just, yeah, if I would have done a few more laps they probably got a puncture, so just needed to pit. Still got fastest lap and P2 with a bit of luck, of course. But yeah, it was a very nice race, and I think I really shown my consistency and pace this race. That I also did a bit in the last 2 races in F4, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Well, of course I'm reserve, so it's I don't know if they're going to change reserve to full time or something, but I hope I get to race many more races this season or else next season. But I think the calendar, yeah, there are some tracks that really suited me. Spain, not one of them, but still good perform. But I like the calendar, but yeah, we'll just see. Right now reserve and maybe later on full time. So just hope it will happen. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and thank you guys for commentating. Hello? Wait. Oh, that. Yeah, no, you went quiet for me. Sorry. Hello? What's happening? Wait, 1 sec. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Just yeah, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, mate. I don't I don't know what's happening. What's he say? I hear him. I see he's speaking to party, but I can't hear him. I still can't hear him. This is. Oh wait, Lloyd. Let me try one thing just to make sure my mic works. All right. Hello, James. Yeah, yeah. All right. I can hear you right now. Oh, oh, mate. You too. You too. um. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Oh, yeah. It was a nice race. It was really a nice race. Oh, better. I think my best performance in FRL. This one. Yeah, we'll see. It's up to the staff members, of course. Yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Maybe pay you. I can pay you. I can maybe pay you some. Uh. Oh, I will. Wait. Does he have a GTA channel? Wait, jeez, 7,700. Whoa, that's much. That's much, yeah. Well, I am